on Newscenter, Delta Zeta's Great Pretenders, the End It movement, a student and her service dog face issues on campus, and MSU's attempt to break a world record. All this and more today on Newscenter.
Good evening and welcome to Newscenter. I'm Chris Nolan.
And I'm Haley Murphy. This is your news for February 28th, 2013.
This past Tuesday, students gathered in Budden Auditorium for a great cause. Newscenter's Amara Porter takes a look at the action.
The Delta Zeta sorority hosted the philanthropy event, The Great Pretenders, on the 26th. The event is a lip-sync competition in which different groups pay an entry fee and perform routines. All of the proceeds go towards charities that Delta Zeta is involved with.
Money actually went to 3 great causes this year. The first, foremost for us, is the Painted Turtle Camp. That is Delta Zeta's national philanthropy. And we gave a good chunk of money. It ended up we raised over $3,500. That's where it's going to total at. And so the Painted Turtle Camp, which is a camp for children who have chronic illnesses, and they don't get the opportunity to go to a normal summer camp, to zip line, to ride horses, because they don't have the money to afford a thing. You can't just leave the hospital when you need a blood transplant. And so this camp is a full medically staffed summer camp, and not a single camper pays a dime. Our other 2 foundations were, we have a Delta Zeta alumna who this is her 3rd organ transplant she's getting ready to have. And so it's called an Organ for Morgan. And then the Liza Strong.
Though over a dozen participated in the event, fraternities and sororities such as Delta Tau Delta, Theta Chi, Pi Kappa Phi, and Sigma 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 received awards, with Kappa Delta winning overall. Reporting for Newscenter, this is Amara Porter.
Morehead State is joining the international stand against slavery. Newscenter's Hardy Breeding takes a closer look.
There are currently more slaves in the world today than there were in 1860. International organizations are now raising awareness by literally standing against slavery. The End It movement will make its MSU debut next Tuesday on Aduc Lawn.
This January 1st through the 4th, I attended a Passion Conference down in Atlanta, Georgia, and something they really focused on was ending modern-day slavery and something called the End It movement. And through that, we learned about an organization called International Justice Mission, and that's what we're actually going to be doing mainly on this campus is something called a Stand for Freedom. The actual stand is going to be March 5th through the 6th, and it's going to be starting at 9 p.m. on the Tuesday of the 5th and going until midnight of the 6th. It's going to be a full 27 hours.
Turner says lack of awareness has contributed to slavery's return.
It's like an under the cover, under the radar kind of thing, and so it's thriving because people don't know that it's happening. It's crazy that something that was abolished and we thought that, had ended is still thriving, and it's a $32 billion industry, and it's just continually growing every year.
Turner, a sophomore, says this will not be her or the school's last time participating.
We're hoping to continue this tradition, unless, hopefully slavery will end before then, but it's a big task to uncover in that amount of time. So we're hoping to continue this stand every year and hopefully just get more and more support every year for it.
In closing, Turner encouraged students to join the stand.
It's going to be a really big deal, and it's going to be a wake-up call for the campus and our community, just to let people know that modern-day slavery is still occurring and it needs to end.
For Newscenter, I'm Hardy Breeding.
For more information, visit ijm.com/stand or visit the event's Facebook and Twitter pages.
Morehead State Public Radio is hosting their annual MSPR Fund Drive this week. The drive is asking listeners to support the learning environment for students at MSU. Donations will go toward the purchase of equipment, supplies, and on-air programming. This year, MSPR is trying to avoid a week of on-air pledging and are taking donations through phone calls, direct mail, and social media sites. If listeners would like to give a donation, they can pledge online at www.msuradio.com.
A scam alert has been issued at MSU. The alert was issued Saturday, February 23rd, after 2 students reported a man selling magazine subscriptions at Eagles Nest Apartments. The man claimed to be doing a communications project where he was to contact 150 individuals and create an opportunity for them to meet. The suspect informed the students they would be able to get a refund for the subscription from the university by showing the front desk and ADUC their receipts. MSU PD says the suspect identified himself as Randy. If you have any information about the suspect, please contact the MSUPD at 606-783-2035.
The Associated Press says university presidents across the state have signed a letter urging state senators to help overhaul the immigration system. The letter, which was dated Tuesday, February 26th, and was written to Senators Rand Paul and Mitch McConnell, stated American universities educate some of the world's top international students only for them to leave the United States due to immigration policies and compete against American companies. The letter proposes a bipartisan solution that ensures the nation's top international graduates have a clear path to a green card. And we'll be right back with a quick look at weather with Don Young and Newscenter Notices featuring Kelsey Bond.
Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Steve.
Join us in April for a new program on MSUTV featuring artists and their artwork.
That's right. We're going to talk with artists about what art means to them and how they do what they do.
Poets, painters, songwriters, sculptors, welders, fabricators, weavers, makers, shakers, yes, even bakers of all kinds may join us.
So check out Art This in April and tell every artist you know there's a new venue in town and it's called
Art
This.
And now, some tips for campus living. Do not run on the sidewalks. Always pay attention when crossing a crosswalk. Always properly dispose of trash in a trash receptacle. No smoking at any time at any place on campus. Follow these steps and campus will be a better place for everyone.
Hi, my name is Stevie Vaughn and I am a Convergent Media major. The best thing about this newly created major is that I have the ability to pick up new skills in every field of communications, so that I'll be prepared once I graduate. I really enjoy the hands-on experience in classes, and I'm always challenged to find more effective ways to communicate. Morehead State University provides me with the tools to succeed and pursue my goals. My name is Stevie Vaughn, and I'm ready to take on the world.
Good evening and welcome back to Newscenter. Rather cooler out there this week, as we've seen compared to the past few. Didn't get any warm days this week, so it's just been in the 30s. We've been seeing a lot of snow showers, wintry mix, a little bit of ice and snow. Rain here and there as the temperature fluctuates between freezing and non-freezing. But for the most part, we've seen mostly cold weather. Just like today, most of the storms have pushed out, but there's still some of that lingering cloud line that's given us some mixed storms popping up here and there, and that's where we're going to be seeing that snow randomly off and on throughout the night and into tomorrow. But yeah, right now temperature's sitting at around 34, so just right around that mark, so just keep watching for icy rains and just a wintry mix into tomorrow. Record temperatures back in 1918 set at 75, so not really anywhere close to that today, but luckily nowhere close to 4 degrees either, so we done pretty good as far as it being February. The last day of it at that. Taking a look at your Doppler rate or temperatures across the Commonwealth, courtesy of WKYT. You can see Ashland seeing temperatures around 35. Up in Covington, also seeing temperatures around 36. The capital of Frankfort, temperatures around 35 as well. Slightly warmer in Louisville with temperatures around 38. Bowling Green seeing temperatures around 37. A little cooler down in London and Jackson though, with temperatures around 32 and 33. And taking a look at that Doppler radar, right now, I mean, we're under total cloud coverage, as you'll see later, but pretty cool as that storm pushes its way on that way. But let's go ahead and go on Newscenter Notices, and we'll have a further look at weather after this.
Today on Newscenter Notices, we have with us Caroline Clay. Kelsey Bond couldn't make it today. Thank you for being here, Caroline.
Glad to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderfully.
Awesome. So right now the theater is doing the Land Me project,
Right.
correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is exactly?
Well, it's a play that was written by Tectonic Theater Project in 1998. It's actually a true story, and it's about actually some people that are probably, maybe some of the older people probably remember it. It happened in 1998 in Laramie, Wyoming, and it was the brutal beating of Matthew Shepard. He was a gay 21-year-old college student at the University of Wyoming, and because he was gay, 2 boys beat him and dragged him out to the outskirts of town and tied him to a fence and left him for dead.
Oh, wow.
So it was written after that incident, and it was about interviews of the town with people that knew him and people that were involved in the case and stuff like that. And it kind of goes through the process of what happened and people's thoughts about the whole incident. So
awesome. So how did our theater end up choosing this for their spring?
Well, we try to focus on things that have good meaning, not just I don't want to say fluff because nothing is fluff, but. I think they try to pick things that have a good, solid meaning and that would really relate to college students. And since it's about a college student and this is a university, I think it really hits home with a lot of people here.
Definitely. I feel like our campus does a lot to promote equality.
Yeah, equality.
So I think this is a good point to make.
Of course. Yeah.
How much work has our department, put into this?
Oh my goodness. We've been rehearsing. It was the week we came back from Christmas break, so we had no time, and we've just been rehearsing 3 hours every night, 8 to 11, and it's tiring. It really is, but it's turned out to be a great show. So,
so how many actors are involved? How many people are putting effort into this?
There are 20 of us on stage, and it's funny because we never leave the stage. We never get to go backstage. We're always on stage. So when we're not talking, we sit down on the side and we watch and we wait our turn to go back on. But it's tiring when you do have to sit there, and watch other people do it. And we've got our directors, we've got our crew, our light people, our sound people, just a whole mess of people working hard to make this a good production.
And you're actually on stage. What is your role?
Well, it's funny because there's 60 roles, so there's a lot of us, but I've got 8 or 9 different roles. I play the girlfriend of the killer. I play one of the waitresses. I play one of the university students. Just a whole bunch of different people.
Which one's your favorite, would you say?
Goodness, my favorite. I have this email, this angry email that I send to the university president, and I get to be angry, so that's always the best. Yeah.
I can't picture you being angry.
Well, it's tough.
When can our viewers watch the play?
Well, we opened on Tuesday, and we've already had 2 shows, and we have shows running until Sunday. It's tonight. Let's see, tonight's Thursday, so tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, all at 7:30, and then Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Awesome. And what else is coming up next for the theater department?
After this, we have an evening of culture directed by John Seidenberg. It's actually a student-directed show, and it's really funny. Totally opposite of the Laramie Project because Laramie is so serious and sad, but this one's hilarious, like a hick town putting on Romeo and Juliet. It's so funny.
Awesome.
So that should be fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
All the time we have. Thank
Glad
you
to
so
be
much.
here.
We'll be right back after the break.
Eagle Lake is only a short walk away and allows you to escape from everyday life. You can exercise and relieve stress by walking around the lake, or you can just sit back and enjoy the view. Eagle Lake is the perfect place to go to relax, but in the next few months it's going to get even better. So what are you waiting for? Go up to the lake. You know you want to.
Welcome back to Newscenter. Sitting around 34 degrees outside right now here in Moorhead. Humidity with all the rain and snow and that wintry mix I was talking about earlier, we've seen it's sitting around 89%. A little windy outside at 12 miles an hour towards the western area, so pretty average for the storms we've seen coming in right now. Temperatures still sitting around in the upper to low 30s across the Commonwealth right now. Bowling Green 37, Louisville the hot spot at 38. A little cooler down towards London and Jackson though, over in kind of actually towards our part of the state. Right now, taking a look at your Doppler radar, courtesy of WKYT, you can see those storms where they begin pushing their way out of the area. But right now, we're still seeing a lot of cloud coverage, and that's going to continue to work its way into the area. Over the next 2 days, they're going to kind of see a little bit of a break in the storms as a new front moves in, and then we're going to be seeing more snow added onto that. Here's your Doppler radar for the national. As you can see, that's a pretty good sized storm. That's where we've been seeing all that snow in the past couple days. There's a little bit of one that we're going to kind of see over the weekend, but it's really another main one that's going to be forming that's going to hit us Monday. And that's where we're going to be seeing more snow and rain coming from that, mostly based on the temperature. And you can really see the cloud coverage I was talking about a minute ago. It's a massive storm. We're just not seeing a whole lot of precipitation out of it at the moment. But that's going to continue to work its way on, and we're going to be seeing some pop-up storms here and there all across the area. Taking a look at your national temperatures, as you can see in our area, it's all in the mid to upper 30s. Moving a little further south, they're seeing a little bit warmer temperatures in the lower 50s. Florida is always seeing warmer temperatures up in the 70s, but even moving out west, seeing a lot more cooler temperatures out that way up towards the northwest. Idaho and Montana temperatures are about the same as we're seeing here. Tonight, going to be, like I said, we're going to be seeing some clouds and that wintry mix, just there could be pop-up storms here and there with a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, a little bit of everything, but a low of 27, and we'll be seeing the sunset here in about 35 minutes. Tomorrow, same, a little more snow showers, but shouldn't be too bad. Like I said, just pop-ups here and there with a high of 33 tomorrow, so about the same temperature as today. But let's take a look at your 5-day. Like I said, 33 for the high tomorrow with a low of 24 with some more scattered snow across the area. Saturday, a little bit more of the same, slightly cooler temperatures. A lot cooler overnight with a low of 19 Saturday night. Sunday, a little bit nicer weather, kind of warming up just a tad with a high of 30 and a low of 21. Monday, we're going to be seeing more of the same, a lot of clouds in the sky with a high of 37 and a low of 28. And Tuesday, we're going to be seeing that other storm move back into the area I was talking about with a high of 35 and moving overnight a low of 25. So we thought winter was gone, and it's right back here once again.
Definitely not looking forward to any more snow.
It's not looking like it's going to go anywhere for the next week or so, but hopefully we'll see some warmer temperatures after that. But for now, let's go ahead and take it to sports with Bonnie Daly.
The Moorhead State men's basketball team is set to begin their final week of regular season play tonight. The Eagles will travel to Tennessee to face off with the OVC foe Tennessee State at 7 p.m. MSU has a 3-game advantage in the all-time series against the Tigers. Currently, the Eagles hold a record of 13-16 overall with a record of 7-7 in OVC play. The game will be aired live on ESPNU and streamed live online at ESPN3.com. Freshman golfer Anna Appert-Lund has been named the Adidas Ohio Valley Conference Women's Golfer of the Week. This is the 5th time this season that an Eagle has been recognized with honors by the OVC, and Appert-Lund's second award this season. On Monday, Appert-Lund tied for first at the High Point Classic after hitting a 75. Appert-Lund currently leads the conference with a 74.3 stroke average. This past Tuesday, the Moorhead State baseball team fell 13-4 to number 4 ranked Louisville. The game saw multiple delays due to rain and a power surge that knocked out electric to the stadium. The Eagles started out strong, but with a struggling pitching staff, the Cardinals were able to pull ahead. With the loss, Moorhead State fell to 4-5 on the season. MSU is set to face Mid-American Conference foe Ball State at Allen Field this weekend for a 3-game series. First pitch is Friday at 3 p.m. and 1 p.m. start times on Saturday and Sunday. And now for Newscenter's famous sports trivia. Who is the the 7th women's basketball player in the program history to record at least 500 points in the season? Is it A, Allie Turner, B, Terrace Robinson, C, Allie Jones, or D, Casey Ryans?
I'm pretty sure the answer is B.
I'm going to guess A, Allie Turner.
I'm not really sure, but Don seems pretty sure of himself. I'm going to go with B.
Well, the correct answer is B, Terrace Robinson. She scored 17 points against Tennessee, and that was her 25th game this season to score double digits. She hit 22 straight free throws in the last 3 games, which is pretty awesome. And her season total is 501, so she actually hit over 500. So we'll be right back after the break.
All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. I'm Tony Hobbs, host of MSPR's new show, Good Vibes. Each week, I'll be sifting through hours of material to bring you the best in adult alternative music. You can expect to hear from bands such as Coldplay, Mumford & Sons, The Kicks, and much more. Good Vibes, Mondays from 7 to 10 p.m. on Morehead State Public Radio.
7838747. 7838747. Who are you?
Need a ride?
Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
Newscenter took to the streets to find out students' thoughts on university clubs.
I feel like there's something for everyone, definitely. Because like if you don't fit in somewhere, then someone's sure to take you. Like the math clubs and stuff. Maybe if a fraternity's not for you, then join one of those.
Well, they should be something for everyone, but unfortunately I don't think everybody participates in clubs. I think it's a great opportunity and people should more often, but maybe some clubs don't let their name be known as well. You know, some professors suggest clubs for students, or some students suggest clubs for their friends, but maybe if clubs advertise themselves a little more, I don't know.
I absolutely think there's a club out there for everyone. I mean, there's anything from fighting with lightsabers to getting into the student government. I mean, you could definitely find something. I mean, even with card games, you can find there's a club to play Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, or just anything, man. So.
Clubs on campus, I think that there is something for everyone. Personally, I'm not in any other clubs here right now, but that's just because I haven't gotten really good with management of like my days and stuff. But yeah, when I came here, before I came, when I was looking at all the programs and activities and stuff, I seen there's a variety of different types of clubs available.
Yeah, I think there's something for everyone. I think there is something that no matter what you're interested in, like everybody has something available for you to do.
I think there's a little bit of club and organizations for a little bit of everybody, but I'm in public relations and there's really not a lot of clubs for like students like me. So I just want to see like more of that. There's also an organization like PRSSA, and that's only the kind of public relations organization that I don't even know about. But if there are organizations out there, then I mean they need to get out more, because I really don't see a lot.
One MSU student and her service dog have struggled adapting to their new environment on campus.
Freshman Shelby White is the owner of an 11-month-old Beagle Lab mix for service dog purposes. Many students aren't aware that she needs the dog because she cannot hear, and have treated it as they would any other dog.
One of the things that's recently been brought to our attention is we have a new member of the Morehead State University community in that we have a service animal that's on campus now. And that's obviously a unique experience. There are a lot of people who have never seen a service animal or have not been exposed to a service animal. And your first reaction is, oh, what a cuddly dog, or she's so cute. And so really want to help educate students that service animals are very well trained. They have very specific tasks that they're responsible to do. So it's not an animal that you can go up to and just pet or try to play with. And so we've had some situations where individuals have gone up and just started petting the animal or trying to play with the animal without asking the owner, without asking, if that's a proper time or place to do that, because there are proper etiquette and times and opportunities for people to interact with the animals when appropriate, but that's at the discretion of the owner of the dog and when that might be appropriate. We've also unfortunately had situations where individuals have been throwing food at the dog when the student has been in cafeterias and wingspan and in different eating areas on campus.
Interpreter Audrey Ruiz-Lambert relays how beneficial Shelby's service dog is to her on a daily basis.
I've noticed people around campus don't seem to have an understanding of what she's here for. She's here because I'm unable to hear. I, as her owner, cannot hear. And should somebody knock on my door, she would alert me to that. Or if somebody calls my name, she alerts me to that, along with various other things. If a car would be coming up behind me, she would alert me to that as well. So she's a working dog, which means that people are not to touch her, especially when she's walking with me.
The service dog is an important asset to Shelby's everyday life, and she would like to thank those students that have been respectable towards them in public.
This past week, Morehead State made an attempt to break a world record using beach balls at the women's basketball game. Marky Owens has more with the story.
A unique idea has come to life here at Morehead State. Coordinator of Student Activities Retention Engagement, Julia Broski, tells us who came up with this record-breaking attempt.
Well, it was actually Darian Westerfield's idea to increase attendance at athletic games, and our idea was to do a Guinness World Record event in hopes of promoting the community and campus relations, which is often referred to as town gown relations. And that is why we chose to do a Guinness World Record event.
Morehead State is working on breaking a distinctive record, especially during the winter.
The record we're trying to break is the most beach balls thrown in the air at once, and the record for that is 1,400 people.
Newscenter asked why they chose beach balls.
The beach balls, the reason that we chose those is because we're hoping to do something that could be a record attempt that could be done in the arena. Since there will be people kind of close to each other, we are hoping to do something where there wouldn't be too much risk, too much moving around, but also something that would be fun and memorable that anyone of any age group could come and participate in.
The Marketing and Promotions Coordinator, Samantha Thomas, tells us the purpose of this record-breaking attempt.
This is going to help promote the women's basketball team. As you know, they don't always get the support from the community and students that we'd like them to. So we're hoping to create a fun game environment to have community and students alike come out and really have a good time outside of watching our girls play, because they work hard and they deserve it.
MSU needed 1,400 participants to break the record, but fell short with only 800. Reporting for Newscenter, Marky Owens.
Well, that's really an interesting story with the attempt at the world record. Did you get a chance to make it out?
I actually didn't make it to the game, but I wish I could have. I think maybe if they tried it at a men's game, they might have more luck next time.
All right. Well, on behalf of Don Young with weather, Bonnie Daly with sports, and the rest of the Newscenter team, I'm Chris Nolan.
And I'm Haley Murphy. Have a great evening.